Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann, and it is a stitchy Saturday because Flossy Friday went out the window. Oh Lord. I went to a church event last night, and it was at a church kind of in the country, around here in the country. And so I had to leave right after work. Went with some coworkers and a friend, and the whole town was invited basically, and it was just women, and so knew a lot more people than I went with. But anyways, they my lord, they prepared for 450 people, and over 5 showed up. So it got a little delayed, them bringing in like more tables and chairs and stuff, and finding a way or a place to put all these people. So I didn't get home until like 11:15, 11:20. Why won't you stop? And I just couldn't. I went and I laid down, and this is the Hot Mess Express that we get today. But anyways, all right. So I have hopefully everything near me. Yes. Thank everything. Okay. So I have 2 finishes this week. A new start. And last night I was expecting to get home around like 10:15, and I was going to start something else for specifically the Lenten season, and that didn't happen. But I have a lunchtime whip and 2 finishes and a new start, and then I'll talk about next week's plans. So let's just dive in. Also, this video is not going to have any of the editing or frills because 1, I'm just very tired, and 2, I need to do a few things around my house because my dad is coming up last minute because he has a funeral to go to. So he's going to stop by, and then I have plans with a friend later today. So I just have stuff that I need to do. Like I need to put away, the water bottle graveyard and all that kind of stuff. Just like a little tidying up. Okay. Potter's good. Work's good. I look like a hot mess express this week, but I'm fantastic. Officially down 50 pounds, which is actually a tiny bit over, but like by a pound or 2. But our next big official weigh-in is next week because he likes to do it once a month. I like to sneak it in every once in a while. It is what it is. Okay, so let's just dive on in, and I'll show you my new start last, only because yes? What's up? Only because it'll make more sense if I show you my finish first, but come here. Come here. All right. Okay. So, well, you can get on the couch. Oh, gosh. It's just one of those days, guys. Okay. So, I'll show you my lunchtime stitch for this week. And I'm pretty sure I worked on this every day this week, except for one day. Tuesday, I didn't. And I'm trying to remember why. I can't remember why. Did we do something as a group? I don't know. Something happened on Tuesday, and I know I didn't work on it one day this week. But I got back out my Pretty Little Italy, and I had all of this over here already done. So I finished up. So this pattern has 2 full pages and 2 like little quarter pages. So I finished up the 1 quarter page, and then I'm working on finishing up this page. So I finished up some of the water down here, some of these windows, and like this window and wall set. I finished part of this and this section, and then I did the browns for this big tower. So just slowly working on this, and I'm going to try and get this page finished over here, because this right here is the middle point of the pages right here. So I'm going to try and get this page finished, and then I'll move over to this page, and then I'll finish with this page. So I worked on my Pretty Little Italy. It's by Satsuma Street. Let me show you. So I've done a little bit more, but this is roughly where I'm at with the pattern. But it's by Satsuma Street, and she has several little cities. She has like several countries and like major cities around the world, like Hong Kong, Barcelona, London, Paris, and then she even has some US cities like Seattle, New York, San Francisco, Chicago. I don't know. I think there's at least another one or two, but I own all the cities, and I keep them all in this Doctor Who bag, and I have all of them printed out, and I'm doing them all on the same fabric, which is Picture This Plus 16 count crystal confetti, I'm pretty sure. But I'm doing them all in that fabric, and I have Pretty Little Hawaii finished, and I have Pretty Little Italy and Pretty Little Washington, D.C. in progress since forever ago, 2017. So it's time to get those two finished and start some new cities. But the way that I want to finish them is I want to put like a really thin batting and like a muslin backing. And on one side, so I kind of want to make it like a little mini quilt square. And on one side, I want to find a ribbon with grommets, or a ribbon that I can add grommets to. And, or maybe make like some loops or something. And then I eventually want to I want to cross stitch like a world map, and do the same thing, but have ribbons coming out of the center on the inside, so that way I can tie in all the little cities and make it kind of like a little traveler's book, and so that way cities can be added and whatnot. But on the muslin, if I've been there before, to mark the dates, like maybe just like the year that I was there and maybe who I went with. And then I can, write down all the different times that I've been there. Like I've been to Seattle 3 times, been to Chicago once, I've been to DC, probably like 3 or 4 times now. That kind of thing. Been to London once, all that hobnob. And, kind of make it like a little world travel book. 'Cause I know that she's coming out with more cities. I don't know the frequency of it, but she's talked about coming out with more, so I know there are more in the works. I just don't know when, but there's like 16 to 20 to get you started already out there, so you've got plenty of cities. But I just think it would be kind of like cute and kind of fun, and because a lot of the places in there are places that if not all of them are places that I would want to go. If not, I mean, it's just, they're really cool. So, oh my gosh, I feel like it's coming back. So annoying. All this congestion, it just won't go away. What is up with the common cold this year? Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's talk about finishes. So my first finish of the week, I finished this after last week's video. I finished it on Friday evening. And if I finished it, I finished it after the video, I'm almost 100% positive. But this is, You Had Me at Flamingo. And this is on a 14 count piece of Ada by Fabrics by LJ, and I cannot remember for the life of me the name of this fabric. But again, you cannot get Fabrics by LJ anymore unless it's through a D-stash. He does not dye anymore. But this is by Hands On Design. You had me at Flamingo, and I didn't do the alphabet or the swirl part of the border above this line. So the other thing that I didn't do is these little kind of like pinwheels are supposed to be all the way across, and I just wanted to do every other to kind of tone it down just a little bit. But I absolutely love this. There we go. Absolutely love it. It's going to be so cute. I don't know how yet I want to finish this, but it's going to be adorable. Adorable. So hopefully I'll figure out how I want to finish it this month, because one of my monthly goals this month is to fully finish at least 6 of my finishes. That's a lot. So this might be one of them. I just have to think about what I want to do. Like, I can put it on mat board, I can make it a flat fold, I can frame it, I can make it a little pillow. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I might make it flat fold and take it to work to add a little more color to my cubicle. I get comments all the time that I have one of the most colorful cubicles in our building. Probably very well compared to Wendy, no, but compared to most others, probably. Okay, and the last finish is Eleanor Rigby. So I did change this up a little bit. I did change it up. Because I'm doing on an Ada, I couldn't really do the over 1. I didn't want to try and figure that out. And there wasn't enough room to do the full name. So I just didn't do the heart. And I just did an E and an R. Because you're given the alphabet in the pattern to where you can customize it, because there's a first sampler option. So you're given that. And then the only other thing that I did was I changed the color of the year to make it more stark. And I also changed the number on the year. The stitch version is 1904, which I think is supposed to be Eleanor Rigby's date of birth. But I changed it to 1966 because one thing that, one thing on all these Beatles pieces, and these are all by the Blackbird Design, there's 6 of them, and you can still get all of them, although some of them are a little bit harder to come across than others, but you can still get them. But one thing, like the Long Winding Road, the year the song came out was on the pattern. In Octopus Garden, the year the song came out was on the garden, and it's over here. Yellow Submarine, again, the year the song came out is over here. So Eleanor Rigby was the only one that the year that the song came out was not on the pattern. No, it's also not on Blackbird. It's not on 2 of them. So I've got to figure out a way to add it on Blackbird as well. And then for Strawberry Fields, it's on the pattern, but I want to say, because this has been a while, I want to say it's over here, but I put it on the gate because I wanted it to kind of be like a house number for the Strawberry Field house. Instead of over here, kind of like Lost, I put it on the gate. So I've tried making the dates stand out as much as I can, just because I thought that was really fun. So that was the only other change that I made, is I put 1966 on there instead of 1904. But I really, really love this piece. This took me longer than it should have, mostly because it is gorgeous. There are 5 colors. I don't think you can tell that there are 5 colors. And I don't know if it's because of the variations that I was able to get or them on my fabric or whatnot. I mean, you can kind of tell in certain lighting, but you can't completely tell that there's 5 different colors. And there's 4 different color blue type threads. And yeah, bud. Don't drop fish, okay? And so I just got kind of, like I would talk to Heather and she'd be like, how's it going? And I'm like, I'm getting kind of bored. Like I would get a little bored stitching this, but as soon as I got into like the home stretch of finishing that urn, it was like, you gotta go, like you gotta get this done. Okay, so then the other night after I finished that, I did go ahead and start Blackbird, mostly because, and this one might take me a hot minute to figure out exactly how I want to do it, because I do want to make Blackbird colorful. I don't want it to all be in black. So what I did, I knew that I wanted to use one of the darkest blue black from Eleanor Rigby. I wanted to use that for the Blackbird. So the other night I just quickly stitched the Blackbird. And that's as far as I've gotten. But like he's holding a little like twig with a berry on it. That's gonna be brown and like some kind of like red or something. So I have to decide, you know, like, do I want the main twig to be brown, but then the smaller ones to be like a green color, and then change the leaf color, and what color do I want the border, and what color do I want these little berries, and where am I going to put the date? Like I need to make a couple of decisions like that. And like I said, I did not stitch last night. So this is as far as he is. This entire series I've stitched on an 18 count piece of Aida that I dyed. Anytime I dye something, it's quote unquote the dyed panda fabric. So the dyed panda fabric. And I just really like it. I wanted to have continuity because I kind of want to make these into like a wall hanging or like a little mini quilt or something like that. They may end up as flat folds. I've been waiting to really decide what I do with them for when the whole series is done. Now, the other thing is that I did it on 18 count so I could fit all of the patterns on a giant piece of fabric and I could dye it all at one time. I probably could have done a 14 or a 16 count. I mean, they could have been so much bigger and I still would have had fabric. So I kind of made them really small. And so I don't know if like a mini quilt will really, I don't know. I've got to like, these are going to probably take a hot minute for me to do, because if I make them into a mini quilt, because they're different orientations and sizes and things like that, I'd have to like also configure out some actual like quilt squares and like where to put the sashing and how to lay them out and all of that kind of stuff too. So there would be a lot more like math and configuration with that. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if I want to do that and if that would make it too busy and take away from the stitches, or if I should just make like a little flat fold collection and kind of put them out near each other in the house, or what I want to do, because they could easily go in the London room. My guest bedroom is London themed, so it's a lot of Harry Potter and Doctor Who and just England in general, Paddington and double deckers, and anyways. So they could easily decorate spaces in there. So I've got to think on how I want to do the set. So those probably will be a little bit before they get FFO'd, and I'm fine with that because I want to make sure that I do them the way that I want them, if that makes sense. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's talk about this upcoming week's plans. So, I think I am going to continue working on Blackbird. I don't know if I will religiously work on this throughout the week, like until it's done. But it's going to be out, and it's basically probably going to just be out on my table. And as I decide where I want certain colors to go, I might like stitch a little bit of that. And then switch to something else, maybe. Not 100% sure on that. But I do want to work on Blackbird. I want to keep on working on Pretty Little Italy. I've like re-sparked my passion for that, which is always nice. I also want to work on Black Witch some more this upcoming week. I have a special... for right now, a few people know about it, but it's kind of a little bit of a secret, that I want to stitch. And if you know about it, this is the fabric, I think, for it that I'm going to do. One of the ones that I dyed the other day, that I want to stitch it on. It's not like a secret for forever. It's just a secret until it's stitched. It is... and it's going to be quick. So I want to get that stitched this week just because I'm really excited about it. Then the other things that I picked out is at some point I really do want to start Matter's Choice. And I think I want to do it on this. Because I think it would be really cool to do like a dark blue or like a black or something on this for Matter's Choice, because I thought about doing Matter's Choice and making it colorful on like a more plain fabric, but I was like, it would be really cool on a crazy fabric. And it's really super wrinkly, but this is one of the ones that I dyed, so I don't know, I just think it would be kind of cool to have like this splatter paint effect in the background of Matter's Choice. I think it'd be really cool. So at some point I kind of want to get that started because I've been wanting to start that for a hot minute now. So there is that. And then the other thing so this is what I wanted to start last night for the Lenten season. Lindy Stitches came out with a pattern that is called Alas and Did My Savior Bleed. And she designed it for... obviously, it's religious, but as a stitch for those of us who practice Lent and things like that, a reflection of what God, Jesus gave up for us to come into this world and have our initial sins taken away and things like that. And it's just a time of reflection. And so I wanted to stitch on this every Friday throughout Lent because I think there's like, is there 5 of them? Is there 5 Fridays this year? I think there's like 5. There might be 6. I don't remember. I can't math right now. I'm so exhausted. But I wanted to stitch on this every Friday. I didn't get to start it last night, so I probably will stitch on it a little bit today. But I have a big enough scrap piece of Pictures Plus Sand in 32 count Lugana, and I thought that would be really pretty. And I'm going to do mine in all DMCs, but I'm going to do $8.90 for the greenery. There's a little bit of 310 in it. I'm going to do $38.62 for the words, for the brown. And I'm going to do $115, the variegated dark red, for the flowers. She gave DMC equivalents. Oh, I did pick the right green. that's cool. I wanted so she picked 814 for the DMC conversion of the Classic Colorwork red that she picked, being cherry, because I don't have it. If I had them, I was going to use them, but I don't, so I picked DMCs. The only reason why I didn't do 814 instead for the red is because I wanted a little bit of variegation, so I just picked the 115, but I really like it. And so I kind of want to stitch on this on Friday nights throughout this season. So that's going to get started this weekend, but Blackbird is going to be touched on. I'm going to start Lindy Stitches pattern, Stephanie. And then I want to work a little bit on Black Witch and Pretty Little Italy. And I'm trying to think of what else. Something else may come out. I may get bored. I may not. I don't know. Oh, and then the surprise stitch, which I'm hoping that I get it finished. So that way I can share it next week. That's about it, guys. I think that's it. I have no haul or anything like that. Just delusional talking of a tired person who now needs to tidy up some. Oh, that's the other thing that I wanted to do today, which I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get done today or if it's going to get done tomorrow and then go up later tomorrow evening. But I'm going to do the dye video this weekend at whatever point it happens. And my goal is to have it up tomorrow, Sunday, because tomorrow, March 1st, is my 4-year anniversary on FlossTube. So I thought it'd be fun to make that like my 4-year anniversary bonus video. So I'm going to hopefully get that out to you guys by tomorrow. And there will be something special in that video as well, just for funsies. So whenever that goes up, make sure to check it out. I'll try to make it as short yet concise, but also showing you the techniques as I possibly can, because nobody wants to watch an hour-long dyeing video, but I'm going to try and show you as much as I possibly can. I'm going to do 3 live dyes basically, and then show a couple of my other ones where I use some other techniques, and just some tips and tricks that I have with dyeing, and the emphasis is my tips and tricks, and that's about it. So that's all for this weekend, guys. I hope that y'all had a fantastic week and that y'all have a great weekend this weekend, and a fantastic upcoming week. And can I help you? He's getting into everything today. It's so cute, but also, hi. But I hope that y'all have a fantastic weekend and upcoming week. Market is like in 10 days. So let me know down below, like, some of the stuff that you've already pre-ordered. I've told y'all mine. And a few of you have commented what y'all have gotten, but it's just fun to know. Have you pre-ordered? Are you going to pre-order? Are there any exclusive kits that you wanted to get and all of that kind of jazz? But I will see y'all in the next one, and